Morning.
Good morning.
Hmm.
How are you?
Fine. What about you?
Yeah, expecting a good day.
Okay.
So
See?
actually I had some work, but that's why I thought I will get late, but I will do it later.
Okay. Then you can do it at your time, as per your time, by taking some time. You can say.
Yes, yes.
That will
After
be
this
better.
session,
Otherwise, you have to just return in a hurry.
yes, yes.
Hmm.
That's why I thought let's finish this and let's attend the session. Then I will have enough time.
Yeah, that will be better. Doing in a relaxed manner.
Is it raining in your area?
No, not today. Yesterday it rained heavily,
Yeah.
and yesterday and day before yesterday, both the days it rained heavily with heavy wind. So lots of trees
Yes.
broken.
Hmm. Here also there was a heavy storm, a lot of dust, and then it started raining. It
Mm-hmm.
rained for almost 1.5 hours.
There were
So I
predictions that after 140 years there will be so much or you can say drought kind of situation will come. But now
Mhm.
situation has just got reversed
Completely
totally.
reverse, exactly.
Yeah. It is just the
Means
beginning. We can't just predict that how the situation, how the whole season will go. But let us the
yeah,
beginning has become good.
yes, yes. I mean, uh, the kind of weather we were having, the temperature throughout our country,
Hmm.
it was acceptable also, what they were predicting about drought.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely.
But I think a lot of places have started cooling down because of the rain.
Hmm. No, if
The
heat
heat.
too is necessary because otherwise monsoon won't come. Because monsoon
Hmm.
comes because the ITCZ area develops in the northern India. And
Hmm.
ITCZ is called Intertropical Convergence Zone. This
Hmm.
is a geographical term, and because of that, just too much heating takes place in the northern belt. And because of that, it attracts the monsoon winds from the south. That is from the
Yes.
Indian Ocean, from both the directions. That is from the Arabian Sea branch and from the Bay of
Hmm.
Bengal branch. And because of that, monsoon comes in our country and it rains. But
But
if that heating won't take place, then it won't be able to attract the monsoon winds. And
hmm.
if it will fail to attract the monsoon winds, then it will rain properly. So that can
But
happen.
the kind of heat we were facing, it was dangerous. If it had continued for a month, just imagine what would have happened.
See, as far as the heat is concerned, people have to plant lots of trees. No option.
Hmm.
People are just
Yeah.
thinking about cutting down trees, but it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
And people should, other than just planting trees, one can just decrease our population as well. This is important.
Yes.
Mm. Because otherwise we
I
can't
think
control the heat.
the problem of reducing like population problem is I think will be in control because of this new generation. I think a lot of people are more mindful of having kids and they don't want.
Yeah, many people aren't even marrying.
Yes.
And even if some people are marrying, they don't want children for themselves.
Yes. Yes.
So new
And we
trend
are
is
supposed to
gradually
talk about
developing.
our yesterday's discussion, history, but I
Okay.
saw this discussion on many platforms, many articles that this generation is a lot poorer than previous generation. And Gen Z is going to become poor. They
Mm.
will stay poor in
Yeah.
terms of money, in terms of income.
Mm.
The lifestyles have improved, but in terms of money, they're gonna stay poor. So this is another factor that they are scared of starting a family or taking care of one more person, like maybe
Mm-hmm.
children or child, things like that.
No, but earlier there was a kind of restriction on sexual relationships. But now
Hmm.
this thing has got a bit liberal. So that's why also people are just don't want to marry because yeah, yeah, if it's available anyway, so why
Hmm.
marry? The main purpose of
Yes.
marriage is just sexual relationships. And
Hmm.
then after that comes child and all. and caring in old age and all. But this new trend is definitely gaining pace. And one more thing is that now in Bengal you will find that like mostly in Bengalis and educated Bengali, they just
Mm.
have one children only, either be it a boy or a girl. They accept it as their fate and just they continue with that. They don't even try for the second child.
Yes.
And you'll find
So,
mostly in the Bengalis this thing is there.
mm. So let's see if people get married or what
No,
in
and
the upcoming time.
more thing I found now that the educated women, it is being
Mm.
observed among themselves them that they don't want to marry
Mm.
because earlier they because of their need for money they were marrying, but now as they are earning themselves, why do they would require to have men in their lives? Because having men
Mm-hmm.
just seems like having two children. One you will give birth, and one you are just bringing from outside and taking care of him.
Exactly.
But usually, men just demands lots of care. They aren't ready to just participate equally in the household things.
Yes. Yes.
Because
So
the
the mindset.
upbringing of males usually takes place in this very manner. And this is wrong. This family system
Uh,
will change, and mostly it is found in the patriarchal societies, and this should change
mm.
because both the mm, partners are earning money. Then even in the household chores, both will have to contribute. And if only one will have to contribute, then definitely they will avoid marrying.
Mm.
Because the other thing for which people marry, they will get an anyway. Things have become so open. So why one would marry and just bring one more person to just take care of him?
Yes.
So one
This
thing.
has been the mindset, especially in the metro cities.
Metros
They
and
are
urban
living.
women, mostly urban and educated women.
Yeah.
And a survey too have been conducted among them, and they just said it openly that they don't want to marry
Hmm.
because of these very things. Another one more thing is there now that educated women who are earning, they don't want interference of in-laws.
Hmm.
And in-laws, at times they rightfully intervene, but most of the time they intervene in a wrongful manner because of their
Yeah.
prejudices. They try to intervene just because of the prejudices or the patriarchal prejudices. That's
Hmm.
so these things should change gradually with time.
Hopefully.
Because in the
And not
Western
hopefully. It
countries,
is.
look, in the Western countries,
Hmm.
both the partners contribute in every way, whether be
Yes.
it the household chores or in earning. So
Hmm.
that kind of situation, if it will come in India, that will be better, I think. That is for the family
Hmm.
system.
Yeah. It's all. But you mentioned that when a boy is growing up, he doesn't have to take care of his chores,
Yeah.
not washing,
Mm.
not doing the
Definitely.
dishes, or things like that. So once he is a grown-up man, he doesn't want to do anything,
Yeah.
right? He,
This thing just gets inside their genes, you can say. They don't, they just feel like they should be taken care of.
yeah,
Hmm.
and they demand it. It's
Yeah,
like
they even
if
demand it, definitely.
yeah, mm, that's the main problem.
So it's about the overall culture as well. Because if men start
Hmm.
working now, then people start making fun of them as well.
Hmm.
So if a person want to contribute in the household chores, then one will have to fight with the social dogmas as well. The kind of
Hmm.
things which are prevalent in the society, and one will have to remain firm that if one is doing or rather say contributing in the household chores, he is doing right thing. And one will have to
Hmm.
be very confident about this thing. And if you lack confidence, then one won't be able to contribute in that manner.
Yeah, I mean, your principles should be clear that if you are right, then why do you have to be bothered with others?
Hmm.
So
Definitely.
if the principle, your
And one more
principles
thing
are
is
strong.
one more thing is there now that if you want to marry a girl who is having some quality, then you will have to become liberal. If you
You
want
will
to
have to.
marry a girl with a servile mentality, then
Hmm.
you just can continue with the patriarchal norms. But if you want to
Hmm.
marry with a talented girl who is having some brain of her own and have the capacity to earn money, then you will
Mm.
have to become liberal and you will have to contribute in your home domestic chores. No choice.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't get a quality girl. And
Mm-hmm.
get girls whose parents will pay you lots of money in dowry, and then after bringing them inside your home, then they will start creating problems and showing tantrums because
Mm.
they don't have the merit to understand the situations now. They are coming into your life because of the power of their father's money, not because of their.
Yeah.
And if you are giving importance to merit, then you won't be able to get that kind of girl.
Mm.
Will mature just mental frequency. And if you
Mm.
care about mental frequency, then you will have to just contribute a little bit in your domestic chores and in every manner. You will have to give a space to the girl. It's important.
Yeah.
These days, these things have become important. And recently, also today only, I just read in the newspaper that in the CBSE board's class 12th exam or the results, nearly
Mm.
88% girls passed and only 82% boys passed. So girls are performing better, and even in the all the
Yeah.
competitive exams, you will find that girls are performing better. So how can
Mm.
you subdue them now? You'll have to
Yes.
prove their talent.
I think their desire to become financially free is stronger than men.
Yeah, because they are suffering at present. The
Mm.
people who are suffering, they have strong desires to come out of it. Like the
Yes.
caste movement, you can say. So the
Mm.
Dalits and rather say the SCs and STs are trying more than the OBCs. OBCs are having some amount of money in their, or rather says they are having some assets, so
Yeah.
they are
Mm.
relaxed a bit. But
Correct.
SC and SC don't have that much assets upon which they can lay upon. So they
Rely
are
upon.
more
Mm.
and they are trying harder. And
Mm.
similarly, that applies to even to women as well. Well, they too are trying that hard because they are suffering a lot.
Mm.
Look, till 12th class, you will find that girls are doing great. Or to some extent, even all the competitive exams, you will find that girls are doing great, but they are just minuscule minority. But
Mm.
after class 12th, the position of girls start suffering because they are
Yeah.
just invoked into domestic chores after that. But boys usually get freedom till around 10th and 12th. And after that, they are just made to realize their responsibilities that they will have to take care of their parents. So, and social responsibilities as well. So, after that, they
Mm.
start becoming serious and they start performing well after that.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, the social
I
position
think
changes.
yes. Yes. I think this is. I won't say bad generalization, but this happens usually. A
Usually,
lot of
definitely.
boys or men, let's say boys, they become mature after class 11th and 12th because once they start looking at their parents that how they are struggling to
Hmm.
make
Definitely.
education affordable. I'm
Hmm.
talking about in general. If you
Hmm.
look at majority of population of our India, it is like that.
Yeah.
Especially in the villages,
Hmm.
boys are quite relaxed, they're playing.
Hmm.
But I think girls are able to sense this even when they are younger than us.
No, this happens because girls mostly remain inside the house.
Hmm.
And they inside the house they get to know all the discussions about the domestic politics and whatever
Hmm.
things
Hmm.
happens inside the house and whatever things one need to compromise or manage things inside the house. But
Hmm.
boys remain outside the house and even play, and that's why they don't become that matured, and girls become
Yeah.
matured because they remain inside the house and they get to know
Hmm.
all the things whatever is happening inside the house. So definitely they will
Hmm.
become mature. This is not a rocket science, it's a very simple thing. That they remain inside the house, they listen all the discussions which take place inside the house. So they start just becoming sensitive towards the problems which the house is facing very early. But boys just remain outside the house, so they don't know about the problems of the house. So that's why they remain oblivious about those things. But when they get to know, they become serious.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. How about your state? What about the ratio of girls and boys? Who do you think is performing better in terms of studying?
same like the national
Hmm.
average. But here the sex ratio is better than other North Indian states, you can say, because mostly tribals
Hmm.
are there, and population generally is very low. So and that's why dowry too is a bit lesser. So
Hmm.
that's why you can say that a population, or rather say the sex ratio is good over here,
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
as bad as the other states. And as far as education is concerned, even here, till 12th, girls are better, you can say.
Hmm. So shall we continue with this one, or do you want to continue what we were discussing yesterday?
No, after passing so much time, if we will start that one, it won't be good. So we can
Yeah, we
continue
won't
with
be
this
able to
very
cover
topic
that.
because
Mm-hmm.
that will require some time because that's a very serious topic and it will require, definitely it will require some time, some explanation as well. So we can continue with this girl thing as only for, for today.
So, what I was asking you related to this, in your case, what happened? Were you able to sense this thing of becoming free, educating yourself at an early age, or did you also take time?
I became responsible by the time I reached around class 8
Hmm.
because I was able to sense the problems which were there in my family. And because my father used to be a mukhia, you must be knowing mukhia. Okay. Despite being a mukhia, he don't used to take bribes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So definitely there are problems in my family.
Yeah.
So yeah. And that's why I started to realize this thing very early. And what more I can say?
And whenever we talk about becoming financially free, it's not that the lives of boys are easy. They also have a lot of pressure. But if you look at the dynamic of both of the lives, boys and girls, who do you think is suffering a lot, or who has been suffering a lot?
No, historically, you can say the girls have suffered more.
Hmm.
Definitely. But after an age, boys too start suffering because when they go outside their house to work, there they suffer a lot because they are made to do lots of humiliating things as well. And they are
Hmm.
being made fun of. They are being, you can say, they are made to do very low things as well.
Yeah.
They at times they even get thrashings too because
Hmm.
of just even by because of flimsy reasons as well they get thrashing.
Hmm.
And they lose their the kind of confidence which they have in their growing age. And because of this
Hmm.
also one of the reasons is that they start taking liquor and all. They just look for some respite, but respite isn't there.
Yes.
They try to avoid, just try to the social or the class war, but it's not
Hmm.
possible to just put it on hold. Not possible. One will have to fight it out, definitely. Otherwise,
Hmm.
there isn't any solution. The people who are ruling and the people who are making laws and they are having money, they definitely will going to exploit you. One
Yeah.
need to just develop a kind of balance. Until unless one has developed a balance now, that
Hmm.
exploration will definitely takes place. Like suppose I am giving you an example that till the time nuclear wars haven't been invented, all continue to fight with each other to just gain land and people, resources.
Hmm.
But since the time nuclear weapons have came, countries have started fighting. At least the powerful ones, the people who are in the countries which are having nuclear bombs.
Hmm.
Those very countries are fighting with those countries which don't have nuclear weapons, but they aren't fighting with those countries which are having nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
America and Russia had Cold War for nearly 40 plus years. Despite that fact, they didn't fought with each other on direct fight. Why? Because both
Hmm.
the powers knew that if they will fight, they both will get destroyed. And nobody,
Yeah.
no power fights a war when they sense that they too will get destroyed. They fight
Correct.
wars only when they think that we will be the winners.
Hmm.
Like Russia is fighting war with Ukraine. America is fighting war with Iran. But America and both know that they are just minnows. The main enemies are Russia and China. But they
Hmm.
both are avoiding to fight wars with each other.
Yeah. They
Hmm.
know what will happen.
Yeah,
If the
definitely. That's why
opponent
they are
is
trying to avoid it.
Mm.
So
This
similar
is also
similar case happens even in the family as well. That
yeah.
when everybody will start having some talent and start having earning money, then
Mm.
only exploitation will stop.
Yeah.
And like now at present, the ruling class are educated and they are in powerful positions and they are having money to just invest on movements and all. But the
Mm.
people of SC, ST, OBC, they don't have enough money, they don't have education. And because of
Mm.
this only their exploitation is taking place. Once these people will get education or rather say proper education, and if these people will get success in rising to powerful places, then their exploitation will just lessen. Otherwise,
Exactly.
not possible. So this balancing
Or
thing is very important.
yeah, a fine balance.
Yeah,
Fine balance
it's
is
a fine
required.
balance.
uh, Also, like earlier it happened, it is still happening in a lot of families that only one person earns and he or she takes care of everybody.
Hmm.
I think this has reduced to a very large extent. Now it's not possible if only one person is earning in this economy to survive with
Yeah,
one
it's have
person.
become very tough, definitely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Now, even in the
that is
foreign
all.
countries as well, both the parents work.
Hmm.
Lady and gents, even in American economy, you will find that both parents work, definitely, to run
Hmm.
their household in a proper manner. Even in India, people who
Hmm.
are running their household in a proper manner, then both the parents are working. No
Hmm.
choice.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Uh, the last question related to this topic. You know, now that a lot of people depend on education, but
Hmm.
you see, all these papers are being leaked.
Hmm.
How do you suppose to study and expect to get a job? I think you must be familiar with NEET, what happened in NEET, and
Yeah,
this
I'm.
happens usually in all famous uh, exams. The
Hmm.
paper is being leaked.
Look, this thing is happening because the government jobs are getting, the number of the government jobs are decreasing day by day. First thing.
Hmm.
Secondly, doctors make lots of money. That's why these papers are leaked so that even their mm, though the parents are rich, but their people, the pupils are not having enough talent, so they can get them just inside the medical colleges and they can become doctors. That's why they are just paying money to just get access to the question papers.
Yeah.
That's why these things are happening because they just want to secure the life of their child in a very proper manner, and for that
Hmm.
they are ready to do anything. They aren't thinking about what will happen to the other meritorious kids and what will happen to the country. Nothing. They aren't thinking
Hmm.
anything. That's why these things are happening.
Hopefully, not anymore.
No, the
Because
thing is that
this
look,
happens.
one thing
Hmm.
can be done now that I have thought about it and I found that two solutions can be found about this. One thing is
Hmm.
that questions should be prepared just 1 hour before the exam and it could be sent to the centers through internet very easily. And there they can take out a Xerox copy of that, or rather so even directly on the what do you say, the computers PCs.
Hmm.
They could be asked, the candidates could be asked to just solve the paper. And if question
Hmm.
paper will be solved just 1 hour before the exam, then how others will get to know about this thing, that what has been given in
But
the question
but
paper.
it's not like you need a lot of time to think and make those question
No,
papers, right?
so one can choose. Look, if there are 150 questions, or rather say 200 or 300 questions, then choose
Hmm.
300 teachers, or say 100 teachers. In 1 hour, one teacher can't even make three questions. They can,
Yeah.
definitely. And during that kind of situation, no teacher can lead. One teacher can lead just three questions. That's it. Not more than that.
Yeah.
But he will be having knowledge of just three questions only. That what he will going to make. And
I
even look,
think this.
even inside the just question making center, the topic should be allotted to, over on the spot. Even then, they won't be able to
Hmm.
guess out what kind of question they will be going to make. First thing.
I think
Second thing is
the
that,
kind of
look,
security, cyber security we have,
uh,
we can find out who is leaking the paper. But the problem is the system is corrupt that nobody wants to find.
yeah, this thing too is there. Definitely, these things can be found out.
Hmm.
First
Because
thing.
mostly papers are being leaked
Second,
online.
second thing I would like to say, one more suggestion, that
Hmm.
even if a guy or girl has passed an exam, or NEET kind of exam, or you can say any competitive exam as well, then
Hmm.
one second test too should be conducted by the candidates only. The people who have just remained below them, they will take their
Hmm.
test. Like top 500 got selected. So next 500 will take their test and see whether they are having actual talent or not.
Okay.
Then they can find out who is having talent or who has got caught inside by cheating, because they will be the
Hmm.
competitors.
But
And if
don't you
they will
think they
set
are
up
cheating
question for them, what say?
if they have already cheated, then
Hmm.
don't you think they can also cheat the system again?
No, but how they will know about other people? Or
I
one can
mean,
say that, okay, look, suppose, forget about those 500 people who are just behind them. Choose
hmm.
around 10,000 people and then ask them to just assemble inside a stadium and ask them to make one question each guy. Okay, then just try to do some lottery kind of thing and take out just 150 or 200 questions and ask them to solve. One can't manipulate 10,000 students.
This is this requires this requires thinking. I think we should continue this discussion, hopefully some other time.
Okay.
But what do you want to discuss on Monday?
No,
This topic
this
of
one,
cheating,
the topic which we discussed last day, that is important to complete.
history.
It's an important topic,
Yeah,
definitely.
sure, sure. All
Okay.
right then. Let's
Okay.
meet
Bye.
Monday.
Okay.
Hmm.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
Same for you.
Bye.